The 10 most annoying
things about having a freezer. I'm old enough to remember when you didn't have a fridge. That was kind of cool when you got your first fridge. Gas-powered it was. Hey! Now, we've got to have a freezer. The 10 most annoying things about your freezer.
10.
You've got a freezer, but there's still never enough ice. You know, you think to yourself, I'll just make a nice big... You say to somebody, would you like a Coke? And they come and go, yeah. And I fill up a beaker with ice, and you've got 2 cubes.
Yeah.
And you feel impoverished and council estate. Oh.
9.
A dollop of spag bol. You make spag bol and nobody wants to finish off the last ladle. So you very diligently put it into a plastic bag, put a thing round it, a little ribbon round it, twisty round it, and put it in the... And then about 2 years later you throw it away.
Yeah.
So it works. At number
8.
A bag of mixed vegetables. I hate mixed vegetables.
Compulsory, though.
All cut into tiny dice-sized cubes, and they're rubbish, and they're soft, and you eat them all together, so you can't get any individual flavours, and they haven't got any flavour anyway, but they're always in the freezer.
Yeah, they are.
Just in case.
7.
Your freezer costs a fortune. Does anybody know how much their freezer costs to keep running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
No.
No? You could pay off the national debt of Islamabad with one family's freezer. I think apart from an iron, if you leave an iron on, that uses more electricity. I think the freezer is the most consumptive machine that we've got in the house, so that is very annoying.
6.
You've already got an icebox in the fridge. That'll do you for a couple of chicken bits and, you know, maybe the leftover spag bol thing. But no, like everybody else, you have to have a full freezer. What do you got, Helen, a chest freezer or a cabinet or an upright?
Just a cabinet.
Cabinet.
Fridge on top, freezer below.
And you, Rosalie?
Well, it's built into the surface.
Oh, it's built into the surface. No escaping that Johnny then, is there? No, Simon?
I've only got the one drawer of a freezer in my fridge.
And it's all I have. And it more than does you, doesn't it?
It does more than do me, actually,
There you
yes.
are, you see. Very annoying, the freezer tyranny.
5.
You put a beer in, and you forget.
Yes.
And you leave it for 2 days, and then there it is. And you take it out with the same kind of trepidation like you would handle a live hand grenade.
Oh, yes.
Because you know it's going to go off. And you sit it in the sink, and it just fizzes for 3 days.
True.
Ah, jeez.
4.
It's meant to be a freezer, but if you come home and you really want a cold beer and the fridge hasn't done it, you put it in the freezer and you go to it every 5 minutes. It takes half an hour.
Yes.
So it's not really that freezing in there, is it?
3.
People say that you can buy stuff, put it in your freezer, and then you can cook it from frozen. Can you, though? And why? And how do they do that? How do they make chips that are absolutely frozen, solid, and you stick them in the oven, and 20 minutes later you've got chips? How do they do that? Because you can't do it with a chicken.
2.
That's at number 2. How long does it take to defrost a chicken before you're satisfied that you're not going to die?
God, about a week.
Yeah?
A long time.
Yeah, you want a chicken for Sunday lunch, okay? You got to get going on it on Tuesday. I've taken the chicken out. Oh, well, it should be thawed then by
But
Sunday.
you can't put it in the fridge.
No.
So, because then it'll stay frozen.
Yeah.
So you have to take it out and leave it out, but then it needs to be in the fridge.
Okay. I've been told that you can actually take something frozen out of the freezer and put it in the fridge in order to defrost.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It doesn't
can.
work.
It doesn't work, though. It
doesn't work.
It's very annoying. But
And the number 1 most annoying...
thing about the freezer, it's mostly ice in there. Isn't it? That's exactly what death looked like to Captain Scott. Okay? If you want to know what that was all like, I'm just stepping out of the tent. I might be gone for some time. Open your freezer and put your nose in there. Because you do have some mixed vegetables and a ladle full of spag bol, but mostly it's ice!
True.